This week at Interior. Secretary of the Interior Deb Haaland and Assistant Secretary for Fish and Wildlife and Parks Shannon Estenos highlighted new investments to create urban parks and trails and upgrade existing park infrastructure during a visit to North Carolina this week. The leaders toured restoration projects funded by the Great American Outdoors Act, including Downton Park and Laurel Fork Bridge. The GOA is a historic investment in the protection and sustainment of our public lands and Bureau of Indian Education-funded schools. Secretary Haaland also announced more than $16 million in awards to help build urban parks in the Raleigh area through the Land and Water Conservation Fund's Outdoor Recreation Legacy Partnership Program. The LWCF celebrates its 60th anniversary next week on September 3rd. Following an extensive public process, Secretary Haaland this week finalized a decision to retain protections for 28 million acres of public lands across Alaska from development activities such as mining and oil and gas drilling. Many Alaska Native tribes, Native corporations, and tribal entities have noted these areas are vital to protecting important natural, cultural, and subsistence resources. Continuing these protections, which have been in place for decades, will ensure continued access and use of these public lands now and in the future. The National Park Service's annual economic report showed record-breaking numbers for 2023. Visitor spending in communities near national parks resulted in a $55.6 billion benefit to the nation's economy and supported 415,400 jobs. The peer-reviewed study is informed by improved socioeconomic survey data, enhancing the accuracy of spending estimates, and helps National Park Service learn more about park visitors. The Bureau of Land Management is proposing a roadmap for solar energy development that will expand efficient and environmentally responsible permitting on public lands across the West. The updated Western Solar Plan would make over 31 million acres across 11 Western states available for potential solar development. It also keeps those projects closer to transmission lines or on previously disturbed land to protect sensitive cultural resources and important wildlife habitat. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service announced that one of the most densely populated urban areas in the nation has received $17 million for 45 conservation projects in the Delaware River watershed. The area spans parts of Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and New York and will benefit millions of people by reducing flood risks, improving water quality, and increasing access to natural places. The funding includes more than $4.7 million from President Biden's bipartisan infrastructure law for 6 projects aimed at improving public access, recreational opportunities, and water quality, as well as enhancing shoreline resiliency and critical habitat. The Bureau of Reclamation celebrated Madison, South Dakota as the 19th member of the Lewis and Clark Regional Water System during a ribbon cutting at the Madison Reservoir this week. Water started flowing from the 1 million-gallon ground storage reservoir to the city in early August. The project was funded through a $152 million investment from President Biden's bipartisan infrastructure law. And our social media picture of the week celebrates a human's best friend. On National Dog Day, Interior took a pause to thank and appreciate all of our working dogs who help protect our public lands and wildlife. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. That's This Week at Interior.